Welcome back to Boruto Anime Review. This is episode number 54, reviewing the 54th episode of Boruto, Naruto Next Generation's Sasuke and Boruto. Yeah, this one, more stuff from the film. Now, in the case of the stuff with Sasuke and Boruto, it's mostly the same with a slight few alterations. Um, in the film, they don't have this particular moment when Boruto is going out to go beat up his father. Mm-hmm. And he is stopped by his mother. In the film, this didn't happen at all. Oh yeah, and he even Sasuke even notes that he refers to the Boruto refers to his father as the stupid old man. Excuse me. And of course, he runs him later, coming out of the Hokage building, and he's there to kind of beat up Naruto. Now in the film, this in particular scene never happened in the film of Boruto and Sasuke fighting. Yeah, this never happened in the film as far as I can remember because it was really quick, like bam, 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 bam. It's like, oh yeah, can I be your student, stuff like that. And of course, he goes to Konohamaru like he does in the film, asks the teacher Sharingan. Though it was a pretty brief scene, though in the show they actually show it a little bit longer. Though in the case of Konohamaru, he kind of understands he wants to show up his father. Okay. And unlike the film, they never showed the Rasengan training. Here, they actually bothered to show it. And in just like 2 days, bam, he's Master Rasengan. Even shows up to Sasuke, who's not really impressed by it, but he definitely did decide to make him a student at that point. And of course, Sadara was watching him. Now, the whole thing with Sadara watching him and Sasuke not being impressed, and of course, seeing the fact that the Rasengan can disappear and reappear, yeah, that's pulled directly from the film. Yeah, there's no alteration there. There's a couple new scenes. When you see Sasuke at the palace, you actually get a chance to see something that you did not get a chance to see in the film. Sasuke going into the palace and looking around and finding the scroll which he gives to Naruto. In the film, when he first sees Sasuke, he's already battling the main villains. Here, you actually see him get a chance to do something a little bit more, and then you get a chance to see him do some exploring the palace. Somehow he finds it. I'm like, okay, so oh yeah, and this is something that really kind of irks me about this particular set of episodes. They keep saying it's been 10 years since the Fourth Ninja War, when in actuality it's been 15 years. I have no idea why in the world that they said that. I mean, are they saying that Naruto and Hinata hooked up right after the war ended? No, it was 2 years after the war, and the film The Last is canon. I have no idea why in the world for these set of episodes they keep saying it's been 10 years since the Fourth Ninja War, which that is completely untrue. It's been 15 years. Heck, they even established it in one episode when they were celebrating the 15th anniversary of the Fourth Ninja War. Were the writers simply forgetting something that they wrote like about 20, 30 episodes back? Yeah, I think they referenced this in episode, I believe it was 23, where they mentioned, yes, it's been 15 years since the Fourth Great Ninja War. Excuse me. While in these set of episodes, the previous arc, which led into this one, they say it's been 10 years, which that is completely untrue. I don't know why they keep saying it for, but it's been 15. Hopefully somebody is telling the animators, hey, it's been 15 years, not 10. I mean, are you saying that somehow during the time skip, Naruto encountered White Zetsu during the 15-year time skip? Not that I can think of, no. And of course, when Sasuke interacts with Naruto, it's mostly the same as in the film, but they do in fact include this particular scene, which I was so happy they included this. And I'm sure my friend Edgar, when he gets a chance to watch this particular episode, I bet he's glad to include this too. There is a flashback in the episode of Sasuke going home to his wife's apartment. And Sadara is very happy to see him, and Sakura faints. I'm not kidding. She just collapses because her husband comes home unexpectedly. It is so hilarious. And of course, he tells Sadara that he met Boruto, though he first was Naruto's son. Mm-hmm. It is just so hilarious, this particular scene. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, well, let's see. I'm trying to think, what else here? Oh yeah, and of course there's mentioning the White Zetsu stuff, which was not mentioned in the film. That was completely original to the show. Yeah, count to the White Zetsu because, yeah, they never counted that before this particular mission. They did mention that they were on a previous mission via babysitting. Also, Hinata went someplace during the episode, and she left food for Baruto and Himari to eat. Baruto decided he wanted to make a cake, probably because, well, Himari didn't get birthday cake during the whole thing. I don't know if he ever actually made the cake because he was about to mix it up and then he just started doing the whole Rasengan thing, and of course he got away the master pretty quickly. And that's really much it for that. But otherwise, though, this was a really good episode. Advanced the plot of this particular arc really well. The pacing is really good. Stuff to definitely expect. Now, in the next episode, the other 4 Kage coming back. Yep, the other 4 are coming back. They're going to show up in the next episode, along with Kakashi. Yep, Kakashi makes a return. For the first time, I think it's been since episode, I think it was 37. Yeah, it's been a good almost 20 episodes since we've seen Kakashi. So I'm happy to see Kakashi's coming back next week's episode, which is called The Scientific Ninja. Oh, speaking of Scientific Ninja Tool, Boruto goes to the Hidden Leaf Scientist guy, gets Ninja Tool, and of course, shows off the whole Rasengan thing. Now, they didn't show this in the film. Of course, this was never shown in the film at all because Sasuke was never had a reaction to this. But he notices that Boruto has the Scientific Ninja Tool on his wrist. He has a device. Well, he probably thinks it's a device. He doesn't know what it is. Is that his student has it, despite the fact he already accepted him before. And the only reason why that, well, yeah, he didn't say no. He says, fine, you can be my student. That's what he says. Despite the fact he already accepted him as a student anyways. So, yeah, and Boruto's mind probably didn't accept him anyways because the Rasengan wasn't very impressive to him. But all in all, great episode. And I'm definitely looking forward to next week. Also, it looks like according to next week's episode, Killer Bee is going to make his first appearance in the series. Yes, Killer Bee. First time I've seen this guy since the Hidden Leaf, the Naruto, the prelude to Naruto Hinata's wedding arc. Yeah, the Hidden Leaf story. Yeah, this is the first time he's shown up since then. Yeah, I'm very happy to see Killer Bee. He's always a fun guy to see whenever you see him on screen. But otherwise, though, that's really, yeah, I can't think of, well, they do, there was one other thing. They do show the scene of, well, Naruto goofing up with the whole collapsing on the floor after his whole Shadow Clone thing. Though it's a brief scene in the film when Shikahama finds him. In the show, it's a little bit longer, and even Shikahama tells him, you can go home early. The whole Kaguya stuff basically happened. And Kaguya makes an appearance in flashback in this episode. Yeah. They actually show her being sealed up by Naruto and Sasuke at the end of the Fourth Ninja War. Yep, they show that in this episode. And Sasuke tells the 2 guys, I don't remember these guys' name, I know they're the main villains of the Boruto film, of course, they show up here. He asks, where's Kaguya? Where do you tell where Kaguya is? And he says, she's not here. Couldn't tell him that, yeah, my friend and I sealed her up in the moon. Go there. Yeah, but it's nice the fact that certain stuff you saw from the film are a little bit more longer here because you have better pacing than is in the film, because the film, certain things, when it comes to certain characters, done really quickly. Shikadai and Inojin briefly show up in the episode. Also, there's one other character I forgot to mention. He showed up in the episode. I was so happy to see him. It's been a little while since he's shown up, and that's Orochimaru. Yep, Orochimaru. You actually, the other side of the conversation, apparently, the snake that Mitsuke has, that he talks to, apparently it's kind of like a telephone, where it's kind of like a two-way telephone radio. Even though that Orochimaru is 100 miles away, he's able to talk to Mitsuke. He says, "Don't reveal your true strength or anything, otherwise you'll be booted out of the village," something like that. Okay, fine. You want to keep his true strength hidden? That you want to reveal the fact that he's his father? Perfectly fine. As far as I know, the only people who know that Mitsuke at this point, Mitsuke is the son of Orochimaru, is Naruto and Shikamaru. Yeah, they're the only two people who know that. Yeah, that's really it that I can think of for stuff. But great to see Orochimaru. I always love seeing this guy when he pops up. This is the first time he's shown up since his last appearance was a cameo. Not exactly a cameo, but basically a brief appearance in an episode. I think it was after the Sadara arc, where he was actually studying uh, Danzo's data. I mean, why not? The guy's a scientist, so why not? Despite the fact he's committed more crimes than Sasuke ever did. Oh yeah, and Sasuke says, I almost forgot to mention this before the video. He says he's asked like, how long can you stay? He says, I'll stay until after the tuning exams. Okay, fine. That's great on him. The fact he can't see his daughter actually participate in the tuning exams, something he participated in roughly almost 20 years prior to the start of this particular series. Though he's probably thinking, oh, I'm hoping that the tuning exams don't get interrupted like it did when I was in it, along with Naruto and almost everybody else. Though the way this arc is going to go, that's probably what's going to happen. All right, yeah, I can't think of anything else I forgot. So that's it for this particular episode. Stay tuned for a little bit later. I'm going to do my review of Tokyo Ghoul Re, the newest chapter of the manga and the newest episode of the anime. Though, in the case of the anime itself, after watching the episode, I'm probably going to review the chapters as adapted from, just so I can figure out exactly like what was changed from manga to anime. Because, well, the wiki doesn't list it at all. Alright? So, until I see you on my next video, bye.